Tutorial time. Chocolate Jackalope. Here we go. Okay, so we start with 11 on your B string, tapped with your right hand. Then we flick that off to an 8, then down to a 4, and then back to an 8 again. And then we repeat that same pattern. We move to your G and we move back a fret. So it's 10, 7, and 3. And then we just drop that down onto your 4th string. We do 2 of those. Following that, we move back to your G and we tap on the 8th fret, pull off to the 3rd fret, then open string. Then we move that up 2 frets to 10, 5, and 2. So all together. And there we go. Okay, following that, your verse, we have this pattern. Which goes 7th fret on your G, up to 10, then we go 8, 10 on your D, followed by 8 and 7 on your G, then your D. So, picking them all twice. We do that 2 times, and following that, I find this bit easier to pick all on one string, so I stretch it out, so I do 7 and 3, then 10 and 7, and then we jump onto your 2nd string and we do 10 and 6, then 10, 11, 10, 6. So all together. Picking 2 on each note. After that, we have the first chordy section. There is another twiddly bit going off over the top of this, I think, but I chose to do chords. So the chords go E flat major, using a C shape. Then we go G minor and F major. Then after that, we do the E flat major again. And then we jump to a B flat major. And then we do this chord, which is it's an F, which is a C shape F. But we bar that 5th fret, playing an A, so it's like an F over A. So. And then we repeat that whole section again. Okay, next up we have this chord, which is a 6th fret on your bottom string. Skip your A string out, and we do an open D, and a 7 on your G, and a 6 again on your B. Then we jump up to an octave chord, and 12th fret on your D string, the little bend. And then we do an E flat major 7. And your octave chord this time is on the 8th fret on your D string, which is a B flat. We'll repeat that again. Second time we don't do the octave chord, we just stay on that E flat. And then we have the first part of the middle 8 section, which go. Which is 12th fret on your G, then 13th fret on your top string, And then we run down a little scale. We go 11, 10, 13, 11. And then we do an octave chord on, or what's like an octave chord, we pick it separately. On the 10th fret on your G. And then we jump to a C on your B string, which is 13th fret. So. We'll repeat the first bit. And then we do a G minor 7, followed by an F. And then that keeps on going. Another guitar comes in lower down with this riff. Which is really easy. We do 3, 1, 3, then slide up to 5, back down to 3 and 1, third time, same again, and then that bit's easy. A couple of times through that, maybe once, whatever you fancy doing. And then we move to the chordy bit. Meanwhile, all of these are still going off at once. I just like to change between because it's just more interesting to play. Which is your E flat major. And then we move up to a G minor. And then your F. In the middle of that you can do your, to get you to the G minor, so. And repeat. And that's your middle section. Following that we have the most awkward part, which is so we start on your G and we do 10 and 12 and 10, 12 on your D. And then this little lick, which I play 12, 14 on your G, and then 11, 13, 15, and back down. Instead of playing the 11, you could do a 15. Same deal. Maybe there. And there's loads of ways of playing it, but that's your riff anyway. And then we'll repeat that first bit, followed by 12, 10, or 11, 10 on your B, or you can double that up and make it like a little chord. So all together. And that's that bit. After that we come to the end section, which is a C minor. Then we jump to an F, and your little lick goes 1, 3, 1, 3. So it's followed by like a B flat power chord. So stay on that first fret, and we do a power chord. Same rhythm as you see, and this time we go, which is 1, 3, 1. 3, 5, 3, little hammer on there, so. And that's it for those, you just repeat those, quite straightforward. And then finally we have the little chordy section at the end, which goes like this. Okay, which starts with a C minor 7 shape, which goes 3, 1, 3, 4. But if you bar that first fret, we get an F in there as well. So we do that shape, but with a bar, which creates that chord. Following that, we do an F sus4. Which is first fret on your bottom string, get that A string, and then we do 2 3s on your middle 2 strings. Then we do a B flat major 7, which is on the 1st fret with your major 7 shape, followed by a G minor. So that's C minor 7, F sus 4, B flat major 7, and G minor 7. Then second time round that we do a regular C minor, then we do that F sus again, then we do a normal B flat major rather than a major 7, and your G minor, and then we finish on that C minor 7 with the bar with the F on top to finish off. And that is it. Happy learning. Good. 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 Beautiful, thank you. Whoops. You can go.